In the past few years, I've been missing out on a good Lurrus aggro deck. I think Ocelot Pride and Johnny have just what it takes to make this deck work in Vintage. Welcome back, Vintage Gamers, to the last stream before Eternal Weekend. As per usual, I am testing vigorously to make sure that my list is perfect for the Vintage Championships in 2 days. That's why we're playing Black-White Lurrus Aggro tonight. This is a fresh build that we haven't streamed before. I have streamed... Oh, I built a Black-White Cats deck back in 2024 during the time where I was computerless. Well, not computerless, I was streamless. When we took a break, you know? And I actually top 32'd a couple challenges with a black-white... let me see if I can find it. I had it up for a second. I had this list, which I went 4-2 twice, actually. Mostly because the field was like 30 Dredge players and you just played 4 ley lines and you won. I think I have a tweet from this time where I played against... In 6 rounds, I played against 5 Dredge players. So that was fun. Anyways, so this was a black-white Cats list with Arbiter and Relic Warder. And then, of course, I have played Bobcat on the channel many times. Even recently, we revived Bobcat with trainers. And to, like, pretty reasonable success. Not even top 32 CRK. That was a top 16. I went 4-2. I mean, those were good, right? I went 8-4 with this deck in challenges. But again, it was fake because you just played against Dredge and instantly won because you played Leyline of the Void. So, anyways, this is kind of an amalgamation of Bobcat and Cats.deck. Cats.deck can be built as blue-white and is probably better off being built as blue-white. But I was reminiscing with the Discord earlier today about there used to be a mono-white Lurrus aggro deck, and in the data it was called Lurrus Aggro. And over time, the main proponent of Lurrus Aggro has been playing more Legacy than Vintage, Grim. And the big change was that Initiative came into the format, and his very much like 30 Hate Bears deck no longer worked very well when there was an Initiative deck that went over the top of it. I actually think that these decks beat Initiative. These Guide of Souls, Ocelot Pride, Go Wide, Swords to Plowshares decks, I think they actually beat Initiative. So the problem ends up being, how do you play enough interaction and hate pieces to beat the other decks of the format? And that's where it gets tricky. So today we're going to try out Spider-Man / Through the Omen Paths staple MacD and Itla Sky Snarers. I believe it's Spider-Woman on the other side. This is a 2/2 flying, 1 and a white for all intents and purposes in this deck. That has artifacts and creatures your opponents control enter the battlefield tapped. So that's kind of nice against, you know, fast Moxen starts, PO decks, Jewel decks, that kind of thing. We also have our big Cabal Therapy package with Urza's Bauble to go with our Lurrus recursion and our many sackable duders. We got Ajani's and Voice of Victories. We're basically playing this classic 16 card shell from Modern and Legacy. And then we're just spicing in some vintage Lurrus and Mox action. Then I've added a bunch of Thoughtseizes. I've reframed the mana base to include 4 fetches. These probably shouldn't be 4 Marsh Flats because I would like, but I don't. Do I even have all the white? Hold on, let me make our deck better. Is Demonic Tutor good here? I don't think Demonic Tutor is good in game 1, but I think Demonic Tutor is very good in games 2 and 3. Does that make sense, or should I explain that more? So I think this is actually a bad Demonic Tutor deck in game 1. But I think I want it in my deck in games, sideboard games. Why Urza's Bauble over Mishra's Bauble? A great question. Because we're playing Cabal Therapy. Urza's Bauble gives you free information in the hand. And Therapy gets you to utilize that information. I really don't want to play 4 Thoughtseize in general. So I'm going to play the DT. I think the DT, I mean, DT is still DT. Like I can still DT for Strip Mine, DT for Swords, DT for Thoughtseize. Like I think DT is still DT. I don't think DT is like unplayably bad or anything. It's just I think Demonic Tutor is typically better in decks with higher power cards. Yeah, so I just fixed my Plains mana base here, but I did change the initial Cats mana base because that deck had Leon Arbiter, and this deck does not. And I want to be able to get black mana more often because I want to be able to cast Thoughtseize. To that end, 4 Cavern of Souls might be overkill, but I do think it's like one of the better things you can be doing in your aggro deck. And this deck is actually a pretty nice split between 8 humans and 10 humans and 8 cats, and then 9 cats when you include Lurrus. So actually a really nice Cavern of Souls split. The only problem is, casting Thoughtseize, Swords, and Therapy could be a problem. Yeah, I think you want to be, like I said, I think you want to be able to play your Lurrus and play out your 2-drops. So we're gonna go full Moxen. I think people who are cutting Moxen tend to regret it. Let's put it that way. Moxen are a little broken for a reason, and even if they are not on your colors, when you're playing enough 2-drops, it's gonna all work out. And Lurrus, never forget Lurrus. Anyways, sideboard is very Dredge heavy with our different tutorable targets and the best colors to beat Dredge. We've got a 2 Stony, 2 Null Rod split. I don't know, maybe you should be 4 Stony. I'm just a little worried that maybe I want to be able to play it fast off of Mox and Cavern on turn 1, so try 2 Stony, 2 Null Rod. I don't think we need Skull Clamp. Skull Clamp is historically a pretty bad Magic card. Really not very good into the Bowmaster metagame. Too slow, not very good. So pretty bad into our own Null Rods as well, so you always have to take it out. I think Skull Clamp is just almost always cut from these kind of decks after the brewers discover that it is in fact not actually very good. And some Mindbreak Traps to hopefully maybe get us through some combo matchups. Yeah, I know, it's sad to hear, but Skull Clamp is a cube card. It's not really a vintage card. I'll see you in round 1. Did you know subscribing here on YouTube and following on Twitch are both free ways you can support my vintage content? All right, here we go. Round 1 versus the greatest PO player on the planet, the Italian master. We've got our MacD, which is pretty good against PO, but we're on the draw. This is a great example for Jordan of why we have Emerald in the deck. It's just to slow down PO decks. But yeah, to Jordan, this is the exact reason why you play Mox Emerald and Mox Ruby in this deck and those kind of off-color Moxen. Cloud Skull Clamp? That sounds like a legacy thing. Well, I don't think the Spider MacD is very good on the draw here, CRK. We are gonna die. But we tried our best, and that's what matters, right? Yeah, we lost the die roll, and our opponent played good Magic cards. Unlucky for us. I mean, it's the best PO player in the world. Of course, he's starting with Mox, Soul Ring. Pass the turn. You thought I was the best PO player in the world? I mean, never been to Italy then. Sifo is so good that he still plays Tinker PO. Think about that. Like, doesn't even want to play Lurrus. Well, I mean, they can replay their Mox. They just can't make mana the first turn with it. This resolving is good because it means that our opponent doesn't have a PO on our turn. We don't have any Stony Silence. I thought about playing like 1 Stony Silence in the main so we can like tutor for it, but stock up. Stonks. I wish we had a Surveil land, but it seems pretty bad. Portable hole for the MacD? Ah, for the voice of victory. I guess the spider doesn't matter. Tap portable hole, though. Swords to Plowshares, notably bad in the all spell deck. Not a exciting clock. If these swords were thought seizes, maybe, or even like therapies, I feel like we'd be in a better spot. Ah, I mean, they killed a creature. I think theoretically, like, they can't PO kill us in this one turn, right? And they can't top Bolus Citadel us, really. So if they, like, play a crazy draw spell and we go to our turn and draw therapy, we can, like, do some good work. No, we should not, Jordan. Thank you for your great suggestion. They can just replay the hole. No, they can't. They don't have white mana. Demonic Tutor. It's probably bad for me. Think he's gonna go Tinker for a Citadel? It's a little dangerous, right? Ancestral. Chain of Vapor. I think MacD is getting bounced, chat. They had to remove the MacD. They had to do it. I don't think anything helps me here. Bouncing the portable hole does not seem like it helps me. All right, I guess we die. Tolarian Academy got us. Close. Tolarian Academy, Merchant PO. I mean, they had to at least remove the spider. Yeah, I mean, main deck chain is fantastic. Highly recommend. I do think that it was pretty unfortunate to run into swords, but I also like don't know that you can not play swords in this deck. Like I think you just have to play 4 swords, man. And I'm not really like I don't really think you can afford to like play a bunch of Stony Silences. Maybe you can play 2 Stony Silences and then not play the bobble stuff, but I mean maybe you have to do that. I don't know. I can tell you that Tinker PO is not exactly the matchup I want to play against. And them having main deck Portable Hole, main deck Chain of Vapor is certainly bad for us. Not only that, but having drawn them both. Those are probably the only 2 removal spells in his deck, I would assume. I haven't been keeping track of CFO PO. Let's take a look, take a peek. Yeah, 1 portable hole, 1 chain, 1 balance. Jesus Christ. Okay, I do not want to run into a balance either. Holding the fort. The true lone Tinker PO wizard. I'll concede. That's fine. All right, well, we're going to bring in Null Rod, and we're going to bring in Mindbreak Trap, and we're going to bring in Thoughtseize, and we're going to bring in Stony Silence. And we're going to take out these Urza's Baubles. And we're going to take out these Swords to Plowshares. And I guess I'll bring in a Prismatic Ending. Run it back. 8 card sideboard. Not bad. Now, what was his sideboard? He's got another portable hole, some swords, a Sphinx. I don't think I'm playing an answer for a Sphinx. Don't think being on the play would have been good enough there, because it's not like he went and cast anything of value off of his turn 1 Moxen, right? So to Jordan, less trolling. You're gonna ruin the poor chatters. They're gonna think you're serious. This is my Eternal Weekend deck, and you're making fun of it. Lurrus is so broken that you can play black-white cats. Mox Soul Ring top spin. Yeah, I mean, I don't think it like is. I think you need more than like a half a turn of Solace to have even close to enough clock in that game. All right, on the play, we've got lots of better cards now. This hand is a little sussy. Not the best Ruby draw, because we have none of our 2-drops this time. Not great. Don't have... I mean, we'll probably have to keep it. We have a bunch of interaction, right? I might not therapy on turn 1. So I can save this pedal. I just run into Mindbreak Trap. Yeah, this will be Friday's video. Or Monday, one of the two. If I were to therapy, what would I name? PO or stock up or something? I think I'd rather get a critter down, and then next turn I can therapy if I need to. I got mental missteps. I think I have the mental misstep back. Definitely need a critter. This is probably not enough, though, if I had to guess. I think that's a good enough trap target. It's unclear I would get another turn to trap. Seems like I was correct. It's therapy targeting my opponent and name stock up. PO portable hole Yogwill. This is a classic Tinker PO hand. No, a whole lot of nothing. I'm gonna take that portable hole. Even though it's not castable. All right, well, my opponent has Yogwill PO. I don't have a very good clock, though. A Johnny. Another therapy. I mean, I guess I'll just take the Yogwill. I can take the POs, right? Means they have to draw, like, Lotus. DT. Uh-oh. I should have taken the Yogwill. Should I hit the DT by sacking the soul? Probably not. I kind of need a Johnny. If I get in a Johnny, I think I'm in a great spot. Or like a... These. All right. They drew Ancestral. Well, now they can DT for Lotus and then get it all back. I guess I have to take the Demonic Tutor now. I think I have to take the Demonic Tutor now, sadly. I think I have to. Because if they do Mounting Tutor for Black Lotus, it's like so bad for me. Well, I need to hit a land lets me get Lurrus, and then I buy all of this back, right? Drew the Jet to cast DT. All right, so I'm still good if they draw Mana Source, so I can buy Lurrus here, but I obviously can't play the Lurrus. Why not take the Yogwill then? I think the Yogwill is like a lot harder to utilize. Ah, here we go. Here we go. I can't return my guide this turn, but this turn I get to go pedal, and then next turn I can go guide and Cabal Therapy the Yogwill. I would love... Ooh. Which one is supposed to be played first? I play the Soul, and then I play the Ocelot Pride, and I gain a life, and then I sack the Soul. So, play my Soul, play my Ocelot Pride, sack my Soul, name Yogwill. Tinker Tezzeret! Oh my god, no! Whoa, god. Attack. Do I lose this game to a Tinker here? I think I do. I think I do. All right, well. I can always get them all back with Lurrus, so... Soul Ring, play a Tezzeret. My opponent played this entire game with no blue mana. What can they search for? Lotus? Oh, top. God, how good would a Stony Silence be? Guide. All right, I will play a guide. I will play a pride. I will kill Tezzeret. Now they have a top. A lot of their good cards are in their yard, and they have no Yogwill, though. I'm sure they'll find, like, a Time Vault, though. Yeah, I mean, I think I therapied at all the right times. Another Tezzeret, maybe? PO, kill me? Stonks. Okay. This is where Demonic Tutor is really good, right, Jordan? This is where I really want Demonic Tutor. Took the top back, so one other card other than top. Thoughtseize is good. I guess I'll see if this gets countered or not. It does not. Took the Time Walk. Make something fly. Does it matter? I have no idea. They don't die. Thankfully, not killing Tezzeret didn't matter. Oh, I forgot to wasteland them. My bad. I just forgot. I forgot I had it. Now they can spin and find a PO and PO right now. It's pretty good. I just forgot about it. I just wanted to hit F6. They hadn't had a land in so long, I just forgot. They found PO? Damn. Guess we lose. Game losing misplay. There's 2 POs left in their deck, and they found 3 POs in the top 17? 18? Not bad. My bad. Sorry, chat. Lost the game. I mean, it wouldn't be a Justin stream if I didn't get incredibly punished for a small mistake. I assume they just like take time vault key infinite turns here. We'll see. I did hit the Mox Opal with the trap. Maybe they won't find a blue source. No, they found a blue source. Well, I don't have time walk. Can they deal infinite damage? Or deal 32 damage? Yeah, probably with Saga. I think they're out of cards here, because all their good cards are in their yard, though. Aha! Never punished. I mean, I was punished, but I was not punished enough. We took, like, they drew, like, all their restricted cards, and we therapied them all away, so. All right, but how do we win on the draw, chat? How do we win on the draw? Anyone have any ideas? Hope, pray. That was a really, really bad no wasteland. It was so bad. Think of how easy that game would have been if we had drawn a Stony Silence or a Null Rod at any point. I feel like it was an instant win. We wouldn't have had to sack all of our cats to the therapies. I actually think it's Containment Priest for the containing matchups. Oh, there's just no way this is good enough, right? I just like can't ever beat Sifo on the draw with this hand. If I was on the play, I might keep this hand, but probably not. Just have to mulligan this. I feel like a single Thoughtseize is not remotely enough. This hand is also really bad. This is probably a keep. Thoughtseize into therapy, into guide. I mean, it's certainly better than our first hand. Might not be good enough, though. Well, I can mulligan to a turn 1 Stony Silence, right? Oh, I'm going to draw the land. Did you think I wasn't drawing the land? Like, if I draw the land, I can play Voice of Victory into Thoughtseize Therapy. I think I have to keep this hand. I probably don't need double Voice of Victory, though. Oh, I don't think I added Vexing Bobble to the deck. I'm not actually sure this is a great Vexing Bobble deck. We're playing Therapy and 11 on zeros. Maybe a sideboard. I didn't add Vexing Bobble to the deck, but I'm also not 100% convinced this is a deck that actually wants Vexing Bobble. All right, so what I'm going to do is make white and black and cast Voice of Victory. So that way these things don't get countered, and then I'll cast them. I think that's better than leading Thoughtseize. Stock up Time Vault. I have found a good use for my Cabal Therapy, chat. Who was saying that? Who was doubting Cabal Therapy? Stock up Time Vault. Stock up. Got him. I mean, yes and no. You can crack a bobble to get out of it, but it's not free. I can't do that for free. I can Prismatic Ending this Jet. Take him off black, maybe. It's really not. It's really not free to pay 1 mana for a bobble and 1 mana crack bobble. Like this really pisses me off when people say, "Oh, it's free." That's not good. All right, Ancestral Recall was a pretty good card to have on top. We've got Cavern and Therapy and Prismatic Ending. The question is, this has to be human so I can cast Ending. What the hell are we naming? Oh, I should do this the other way next time. Just in case I have 3 energy. Lesson learned. PO? Tinker? It's gotta be PO, right? Well, I don't... PO doesn't actually kill me because I can Ending the Jet, right? Balance? Swords? It's probably just supposed to be Tinker. PO stock up Force. The third... Anyone have third stock up on their bingo card? I mean, they need to draw a land on the top here to play that. They have Black Lotus. Fair enough. All right, so they can cast stock up. And if this stock up finds them Mox, they can PO for 3. It's pretty good. Yeah, I mean, this is Tinker PO. If you hit the good cards, it's very good. We really needed our Stony Silence. Like, our Stony Silence was uncounterable with Voice of Victory. It would have been really strong. Ooh, this Saga is really good against us right now without no Wasteland. Not even spinning first. I think we're probably just lost here, which is unfortunate because I think it went pretty well. The taking apart their entire hand and them immediately having recall is a very classic vintage discard sequence. Their guide. Well, at least it helps our clock, but still pretty bad. 4 Stonies wasn't enough. Maybe we should have played 6 Stonies. Well, we know their hand is PO Force. Their Force technically is online now that the voice is gone. Another Cavern. Oh, this is naming cat and getting a Lurrus, but I actually think there were multiple periods of time where discard is good in Vintage, especially in the recent times. Typically, you need to be still doing something powerful after you cast your discard, like winning the game with Doomsday. And we're not doing that, so... Well, we are doing that. What our Thoughtseize would support is us casting a Stony Silence after, but we just haven't drawn any Stony Silence. It's a 4 of in my deck. I can't do much more than that. I mean, I can do 8, but no one does 8. I agree. That's what I said. I think Stony Silence is like prohibitively or like good enough. Jeez, this Time Walk here is like really strong. I take 5, I take 10, I go to 5, I gain 2. I think we're dead. Well, maybe not, because this thing blocks. This is uncounterable. We might still be winning this race. Unfortunately, our Lotus and spell after Lotus is getting countered. Just not great. I don't think we're winning for sure. My opponent... Oh, no, they Time Walk, so they have PO, actually. So we're probably dead. I mean, the cornerstone of this matchup, chat, is a Stony Silence effect. Like, that's kind of the whole point. So that's why I was mulliganing very hard to find a Stony Silence effect. Like, these decks do work. And they do work against Tinker and PO. Like, these decks are actually not that bad against Tinker and PO in general. Especially like this deck, which is even worse against Null Rod and Stony Silence than a Lurrus deck is. Like, Lurrus PO shrugs off Stony Silence really easy. Or at least it shrugs off Null Rod really easy. Second portable hole. That's crazy. That's really crazy, actually. Well, happy for you. Thanks for the subs. See if I can get a Beta Force off this Lotus here. Yeah, wasn't able to. I think I have to hold back my guide to block. I'm not living though. That's the problem. Also, they have a force at this point, so it's not like I can Stony Silence through the force either. I guess I could draw Voice of Victor. Like, I just can't draw enough cards. This finding portable hole would actually be really strong. I don't think they have third portable hole, but something to consider. Nah, just Mox Pearl. Actually, if they find 2 more artifacts, I have to block with Lurrus and I lose on the spot. I have swords. Are they spinning? Ah, yeah. All right. I mean, this is what's going to happen when your opponent resolves Ancestral and then PO for 4 and Time Walk. Like, you just die. It is what it is. I don't think we drew the right cards to get through this scenario. And honestly, we put up a pretty good fight, so I'm not too upset. All right, here we go. Got a cat. Lost the draw. Die roll again. Probably. Oh, they dredged. So I don't think our opener gets better than a wasteland, right? We have to wasteland our opponent and then go super wide. So looks like they kept 7. So I think we're just dead. It's very hard to beat Dredge without this wasteland being good enough. I think it's just like on the play, maybe if we went guide into wasteland into like another creature or something, like that would maybe work. But like on the draw, this deck is a deck, as are all non-enforceable decks, that really wants to win the die roll. Really, really wants to win the die roll. I don't think you're dead already. Like if opponent is forced to keep, they pitched Grief and they have Golgari, Grave Troll, Shambling Shell. That's pretty bad for us. But like there are 7-card Bizarre Keeps that Wasteland beats. Like those exist. I don't think this is one of them, but they do exist. Oh, no Noxious is a good start. Narcomoeba, no Amalgams. If they have second Bazaar, that'd be the third Bazaar would be bad. Yeah, okay, this went well. We hit an Emerald, so we can be ramping things out now. I think my opponent likely is stuck with a bunch of forces in hand, right? So I think what we do is we start with an Emerald, and then we play Cavern on... Hell if I know. Cat? Human? Cat? Human? Cat, I guess? Well, the problem with either of these is I want to double spell next turn with a Thoughtseize. So the only way we really do that is if we do Cat, and then like cast a second Ajani to flip Ajani. I think it has to be Cat. Though Narcomoeba can attack Ajani. All right, there's only a Dredge 4. And this didn't hit anything good except for a Stinkweed Imp, which will be a Dredge 5. I think we have to Thoughtseize if we want to resolve like a Demonic or something. I assume they're just going to take Demonic though. So then at this point, then we just... I just think that we want to get our things resolving. I mean, we could just say that they don't have a force and just jam a guide and hope they don't counter it. It's something we could do. I think guide is important to this game. And our ability to like be bigger than our opponent's deck, which is going to be important as well. Like our opponent is stuck, right? They're dredging slowly every turn, 5, 3, and 4. And they can only do that. That's all they can do. So what we need to do is like do our energy, Modern Horizons, go wild thing. So they took our DT. Doubt they're attacking. They're attacking? It's very interesting. Don't know why you would do that. New Cavern is fantastic. So now we don't have to Thoughtseize. So we go human and then we go with Johnny and so we don't get in with a Johnny, but we get another dude and then we just buff our team maybe? I'm not exactly sure. I haven't done this sequence very much. Let me just see how this goes. Human, white, cat, a Johnny. Do we attack first? I don't think so. Because if we do this, don't we get a trigger from Guide of Souls? Like, don't we get 3 energy this way? And then we get to use Guide of Souls, so we're getting more damage by going second? Okay, I think chat doesn't know. Yeah, so this way I get another creature, and then that does that, and that attacks this. And so I do 1 more damage this way, and I have 1 more creature to buff. Yeah. Yeah, I did it right. So now my opponent dredges 5. Like, they chose not to dredge. That seems interesting. Now they have to attack a Johnny. They're not attacking a Johnny. That's uncounterable Voice of Victory. And then I can kill the... Oh, no, I can't kill because I won't be attacking yet. I can just pump my team. Uncounterable Voice of Victory. Thought sees my opponent. CRK, remember what you said at the beginning of this game, that I was already lost. But sometimes all you need to beat Dredge 7-card keep is a Wasteland. I don't think I was favored, to be fair. I don't think from that spot with a Golgari Grave Troll in the yard and a Wasteland, I don't think you're favored. I think you're going to lose that game the majority of the time. But you got to be aware that there are segments of draws that my opponent can have that will put them in a bad spot there. All right, this Macadee and Itala, not for this matchup. Mental Misstep is for this matchup. Thoughtseize is not for this matchup. Therapy is not for this matchup. So I think that's it. I think Therapy is better than MacD. Maybe it's not, because it stops Icarid. So Therapy is probably worse than it. Yo, what up? That's kind of cool, actually. This is going to be blocking Narcomoebas and turning off Icarids. Seems reasonable enough. Cool. All right. I think we have a pretty good board plan here. I would assume this matchup is favored in general. Like, I don't think you're favored in game 1, but that can't be that bad. To be fair, when I was playing Cats and going 4-2, I had ley lines in my board. But so it's kind of a different deck. Macadee. I like this art, actually. I think it's cool because it's, you know, it feels like this is, I mean, the spider's a little weird, I guess, but it feels like a Kaladesh card. It looks like a Kaladesh card. I think the power of cats is actually very important in this matchup because the power of, like, the cats go wide stuff is really strong. Ocelot Pride energy package is really good. All right, another 7-card keep from our bizarre opponent here. We've got double Wasteland Containment Priest. Pretty solid. We'll have to choose which one we want to deploy. If we get Grief, then obviously it's just Wasteland stuff. I think it depends. We need to wait and see what kind of information we gain. Yeah. I guess that is a true statement. I have not read up much about that, but you are probably correct. So I think we should just go for Containment Priest. I guess we can bobble and see if we see a card in their hand. That matters. We see a Noxious Revival. Oh my god! Urza's Bobble! You're so... Oh my god! Well, Ursa's Bauble showing us the way. I should have played this first. This was a really bad misplay. I don't want to sequence the fetch land before the Mox in there. Oh, getting a little lag. Is MTGO suffering from the DDoSes that everyone else is getting? I'm gonna give my opponent the ability to dredge into this stuff. Oh, I didn't respond to you. You were right. Okay, yeah. I mean, we'll definitely do that. Stew. There's an Icarid, a Sickening Shoal, a Force. Nothing that would have triggered a Containment Priest here. Noxious Revival. So I guess we'll draw a card, right? I guess we'll fetch first. I don't really want to draw a land. I don't think there's anything we can draw. Instant speed. And I'm going to do this before. I mean, they're going to dredge, right? So, like, might as well let them dredge, right? All right. So now we are testing if they have a Sickening Shoal or a Force of Will. We know that one of their 5 cards is Noxious Revival. They do. They had Force of Will, blue card, and Noxious Revival. The good news is that was pitching a Prized Amalgam, so nothing's coming back right away. So what's our sequence here? I think we cast the needle and see if it works. If it works, we'll play the Sky Snare. And if it doesn't work, well, I guess if it doesn't work, we're screwed because they have a Noxious Revival, right? I guess we're just casting it. So I guess we would not play the Wasteland out. I believe they dredged over one, yeah. And now we got our buddy, the Spider, MacD, and Itla, the Sky Snaring pair. Spider Human Hero. This will stop Icarid from ever hitting us. So pretty good, actually. Looks like they might have Vigor on my... Oh, they're going to Noxious the Sickening Shoal. Haha, all right, that's cool. That's cool with me. Noxious Sickening Shoal to kill MacD. They really should have to use 2 Sickening Shoals to kill these. This is a pair of Sky Snares, you know? I feel like they are lore-wise required to have 2 Sickening Shoals. He's a cute little spider. Look at him. All right, so they used their Noxious Revival to bring back Sickening Shoal to kill this. So we can now just Wasteland the shit out of them. Not even jumping, it's flying with a Kaladesh Machinery. I guess there's no reason not to attack. And then we need to decide if we want to buy Lurrus or if we want to be able to swords both these Icarids right away. I think we want to be able to swords both these Icarids right away. Maybe buying Lurrus. I mean, because I can't buy Lurrus and play Priest in the same turn. Okay, Sickening Shoal, pitching. Yeah. MacD is dead. My poor spider. But they can't do anything in response to these Icarids, so they're not even doing anything. And then I'm just going to swords both of them. Hit a chill and an amalgam, but the amalgam's not coming back. I'm going to swords both these Icarids. I just don't think so. I don't think buying Lurrus there is as good as saving me 6 damage and permanently answering the Icarids. Yeah, I just don't think I agree. If I could on this turn play Containment Priest, then I think I would agree. But I would have to draw Moxen. Like I'm definitely going to buy it this turn so that I can give myself the out right now on like land or Moxen. Because once I get the Containment Priest, the game is over. For the most part. All right, so this is a Dredge 5. Hit double. Wow, that's really, really good. Hit double Narcomoeba and another Amalgam. So, and another 2 Icarids. Holy shit, that's about the best Dredge 5 you can possibly have. I think that's actually... We need to hit a mana source. So we can play Containment Well, there's still going to be 2... I mean, it might not even be enough. It might not already be enough. But stopping these Icarids is probably number 1. Oh, yeah, that was really bad. That was really bad. So if I take 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. If I go guide a Johnny, flip a Johnny. It's probably just guide Lurrus and hope we live. That was an unbelievable Dredge 5. Like, I actually think that might have been almost perfect. I think if they had hit one more Amalgam, it would have been an actual perfect Dredge 5. They have Sickening Shoal number 2? Oh, they have Noxious on Sickening Shoal. Wow, they had another Noxious. Okay. And then they're going to Sickening Shoal my Lurrus. Okay, I think we're just dead. This was like way better Dredges. Oof. Pretty brutal. Have to block. I don't think there's a... I guess we have a Tabernacle, right? So if we draw a Tabernacle and play a Johnny, we survive? Yeah, but they don't have as many Dredgers, right? But we probably would die to chill. Okay. That's tough. They battled through it there. We had a really good set of interaction, but that time they had all the things that they needed. They had what? 2 Noxious. They cast multiple Sickening Shoals. I think we were good in that game, and if that one Dredge 5 was just a little bit worse. Pretty brutal. Yeah, I mean, we definitely wanted Lurrus Priest. Is this good enough? I kind of think it's not. I mean, maybe yeah, it's not like I can like play a Drawn Containment Priest and a Wasteland on turn 2. I think we have better cards than this. This is not what I count as better cards than this. Like, these are not the cards we want for the matchup. I think we just put this back. They mulligan to 6 as well. I mean, I think now we have to keep it, though. I don't think we're going to go lower than 5. I don't think Just Race Them would win with that hand, but I could be wrong. They're going to powder on 6, losing Hollow 1 Vigor, Noxious Icarid. They powdered on 6 again. What is that? It's a Petrified Field? I guess it is. And they kept their 6-card hand. So I think we keep this on 5 and get rid of a Swords and a Johnny. Maybe it's better to... Yeah, no, I think this is what we want. This doesn't even have... have a name on it. It's only here. Wild. It's cool art though. It reminds me of like a 90s anime. I really like the art. I just wish this petrified field was at the top. There's really no reason it can't be. Imp. Nothing. Yeah. Yeah. That's such a bad draw. All right. All right. Well, it stayed wastelanded. That's good. This hin hit a Narcomoeba, but no other dredgers. So they currently don't. Oh, no, there's a Shambling Shell. So they only have one Dredge 3er in the yard. Second Bazaar would be bad. Don't have second Bazaar. Okay. That's good. Another Wasteland. So I will get an Ajani in play. Forced. Fair enough. So now they're on to Dredge 3. If they choose. Our hand's so bad. So right now their hand is an imp. It's going to be an imp and a shell. I assume. You think they're going to just natural draw here instead of dredging shell? Maybe they're thinking about Noxious and whether or not they want to do it. Okay, they hit another Narcomoeba. They also have an Icarid, but nothing to bring it back, and they're out of dredgers. Okay. It's not bad for us. A new Ajani. I think that's better than buying Lurrus. I don't have anything good to return with Lurrus yet anyways. Hand is not very good, but their setup is not very good either. Triple Force of Will is in their yard. Don't see a Noxious. So now they're just natural drawing. Might go to hand size. 2 to my face. Plains is a good draw. All right, let's get in there. And we'll play this. And buy a cat. Nothing. Don't think we're sorging any Narcomoebas here. They want to trade and flip my Ajani. That's okay with me. Also, I'm going to flip my Ajani eventually. I have one in my yard. All right. Mox Emerald does not particularly change anything here. If they kill my Lurrus, my Ajani does flip. I'm still winning the race as well. So this turn, they can draw and discard to hand size an imp. They kind of have to. They're going to leave the Narcomoebas back this time, maybe. So what I can actually do is play a Johnny from my yard, flip a Johnny, and then give counters to my Lurrus and attack. Which sounds fantastic. All right, they're going to pitch an imp to hand size. And then looks like they might have a Sickening Shoal. This still flips my Ajani, and also means that they're all in on this imp. That's a really bad draw at this point. don't think there's any reason to hold it. We're still winning this race, and we have double swords. All right. Can't bring back the Icarid yet, because they got to use the Imp to dredge. And then if they attack a Johnny, I can +2 every turn. Here's the dredge 5. I assume. They might be lagging too. I mean, they could have theoretically not dredged, but now they have an Icarid and a Grief. But now they're out of dredgers again. So like next turn they could theoretically kill a Johnny, but I have swords. So I think we're just good from here. Maybe like a second. Yeah, we're just beating a second chill. Even though they actually all four sorry, but they're all four shoals are in their yard. They dredged way worse this time than last time. These dredges were really bad. These dredges were really bad. I think they do have to rip Bazaar, yeah. They might have wanted to just like bring the Icarid back and try to kill him with it. I'm not sure. I am just going to +2, negating the Narcomoeba attack, putting 2 counters on my cats, activating this thing, maybe drawing a Containment Priest. They revealed a Force of Vigor. I don't have too many things that hiss. Obviously, I have the double Moxen, but it doesn't really matter. Drew Lotus, not very good. I expect one of these Icarids is coming back to try to kill a Johnny, but it's not gonna work, and then they're gonna die. Swords, your Icarid. Pride is nuts. I didn't gain any life this turn, so there's no reason to make a warrior. And this attack is like insane, so. This is super lethal too. Oh, they ripped Bazaar. No. Okay, let's see what happens. They'd have to hit some Narcomoebas here. They only have 1 left, right? Oh, wait, they don't even have any dredgers in their yard. Ripping Bazaar does not matter anymore. They are dead on board. Woo! Very nice. All right, welcome to round 3. We're up against 14 land fast bond. Got a nice opener, but we once again lost our 3rd die roll, which is notably bad for me. I'm not sure if he's around. I don't want him to look in the screen and see my hand, but maybe my hand doesn't matter. Well, the good news is we have interaction and a clock. The bad news is we lost the die roll. Ooh, Wasteland, Time Walk, Thunder Trap Trainer. All right. All right. Demonic Tutor. I guess I can't actually cast this Thoughtseize unless I use my Lotus, huh? I feel like I want to, though. It's pretty bad if they counter this Lotus at all. All right, I will float black and play Cavern on human. And I will play a Voice of Victory. And I will Thoughtseize my opponent. Ah, they had a force and a stock up. That's good. They might have wanted to force Black Lotus then. I guess I'm hitting Demonic. So they have to use their Wasteland to stock up. Though that was kind of always the plan, so... Well, now they don't have to use their Wasteland to stock up. They hit Mox. It's not great for me. All right. Well, this is uncounterable because I have Voice of Victory. So I guess I will go Plains and Guide of Souls. And then I'll attack. You cannot counter because I have the Voice of Victory. The Voice of Vintage, even. We haven't made a Voice of Vintage in a while. What was the last one we made? It was, oh, we might have a frog problem. Was that the last one we made? I think I'm less on we might have a frog problem now. The metagame seemed to have stagnated because there were no tournaments, but we've definitely been rotating recently. All right, guide resolves, attack with voice, trigger guide. Don't have enough energy yet. They get to block 1, take 2. And then we see how bad it is for us. Oh, I agree. Brainstorm. Lorien. Tapped red source. So they have force and an unknown. So their hand is... Oh, wait, no, they brainstormed. So they probably don't have force. All right. So I assume we play a Pride here. And we attack. And we jump. Doesn't look like it's going to be enough. Sadly. I mean, it's pretty fast. It's just not fast enough if they just untap with a thingy. Oh, I did this in the wrong order. It's fine, right? I wouldn't have had enough things. I gotta make sure I sacrifice those after. Ah, the Crucible Wasteland lock. Not bad. That's, I mean, it might be a little too late. I got a lot of attackers. Land. That is unfortunate. All right, get in there. We'll jump my Pride. They get to kill a cat. And they take 9. Well, they gotta win this turn. Key Tinker, probably. Didn't get there. We put a lot of pressure on him. I assume this is a Null Rod, Thoughtseize, Mindbreak Trap, Stony Silence scenario. Take these out on the draw. Take all these swords out. I don't know. Who knows? Who knows what's in that deck? Not I. Maybe we take out 2 baubles and leave us swords in case. Oh, we can leave a prismatic ending instead. Something like that. That was pretty good though. I mean, we did we do anything? We thought seized them once. And then we just put a bunch of power in play. Not bad. I mean, the card's not very good. What do you want? It's a human that does things and it's a 2-drop. It's fine. Don't worry about it. I mean, they're not wrong though. Like, it could be played in a blue-white deck, or even a mono-blue deck, or even a Grixis deck, or even a Simic deck, or a Dimir deck. It was pretty good in against Icarid, and it was pretty good against PO. It got bounced and destroyed, but I can't do anything about that. Man, what? All right, I don't know how much like anti-combo I need for my opponent's deck, but I'm gonna just keep this one and see how it goes. I don't really know. I mean, like, if they're doing under Thunderfall's tap land, like, do we care? Ruby. Lotus. Voice of Victory. All right, well, I got dudes. Is it better just to play 2 Pride, or is it better to use my mana efficiently? Better use my mana. I'm not gonna get any lifelink, right? So it doesn't matter. So Pride and Johnny. All right, well, I got a clock. Hopefully I don't get combo killed. Strip mine on my basic. Uh-oh. Even worse, the strip mine made a soul ring. Tinka? Stock up. All right. Not bad. All right. My best draw is probably Stony Silence. Maybe I should have fetched a scrub land so I could cast Cabal Therapy if I drew it. Ooh, not a bad one. Not a bad one. Get in there. What is that? That's a good turn too, right? Not a bad one. not a bad turn too. Oh man. Not a bad turn two. I had the city's blessing, baby. That's a lot of cats and a lot of warriors. No. No, the One Ring. My only enemy. My only weakness. They can even wasteland me. They should definitely wasteland me so I don't draw Stony Silence. Wasteland's about as good of a draw as I'm going to get there. I don't gain any life this turn, though, so I don't even get a... I don't even get anything. No, I don't even get anything. Well. The One Ring. Didn't lose a flip. Maybe they're out of blue sources. Never mind. We were so close to just killing them dead on turn 3. So close. I think they were supposed to strip mine our planes though, just in case we do Stony Silence or Null Rod. What does this deck do, by the way? Tezzeret. Untap Ring. Search for something. That's not a good sign. Black Lotus. That's not a good sign. Citadel? Yagwell? Yagwell's pretty good. Citadel is only 12 life. Brick. Force of Will on top. Insta brick, baby. Classic Citadel. Classic Citadel. Insta brick. Oh, that's unfortunate. All right, here we go. Round 4. We're 2-1. We might be playing an Ocelot Pride Mirror here, though my opponent might be on blue. We're probably favored in that matchup, I would think. We want a die roll, too. This hand is just not very good, though. Am I supposed to put this back? Ugh. I feel like this is not the hand we want for this matchup. Like, I do think Wasteland's good, but we don't have any creatures. We just want massive amounts of creatures. That looks a little better. I think I'm just going to get rid of the Thoughtseize and just go Scrubland Guide and then Cavern on Cat or Wasteland Second Guide. That's how I'm feeling. I'm assuming this is a Guide of Souls Mirror. It's really bad if I get misstepped, but I think this gives me the most flexibility. I guess not the most flexibility, but no fetch, no Wasteland. Ancestral on my upkeep? Swords? Looks like Ancestral on my upkeep. That is a mirror breaker here. It's not great for me. We play around days. I keep trying to use Plains mana, and I keep going for the black mana on the Scrubland here. You get punished if this gets wastelanded. Ancestral, pretty good magic card. We should splash it. All right, didn't get wastelanded. They have their own guide, no Moxen. Discard to hand size. Cavern on Cat, not bad. Stony Silence main. See, maybe we should be playing a Stony Silence main. Cavern on Cat. A Johnny. We're getting in there. Does this give me 6 stuff or no? I guess it gives me 4. Oh man, we can't get extra damage in. Sad. All right. Dark Ritual, notably pretty bad magic card. I'm pretty worried about this game, but we did get we won the die roll, and we currently have the Duder Edge. So, see what happens. Wasteland might hit my cavern, but I have another cavern. Ooh. Ooh. Nope, they got their own Ajani. Buff Ajani. Fair enough. All right. So what am I doing here? Flipping my Ajani, making dudes, getting flyers. I assume. Or is that not the case? Because they can attack back and kill a Johnny. I feel like I need to play a Johnny. I don't think we're plussing. I can jump everyone and just race, right? I'm already jumping my other two without making a cat. But if they have to spend time killing a Johnny... Maybe I can just put counters on cats then. We have red permanents. We have Voice of Victory tokens. I'm making a cat. All right, everybody comes in. Everybody gets a counter. You get a counter. And you get a counter. And they take 1,000,000. Friends don't let friends plateau gaming, chat. Yes, Ragavan. That's not a very playable magic card. Yeah, but your friends didn't tell you you should, though, did they? We're not legacy players. We didn't soft ban Ragavan just to make everyone feel happy. It's just not a very good magic card. Oh yeah, we won the die roll and we won the modern mirror. Let's go. Ragavan was not playable before Bowmaster. Don't get your hopes up. Definitely want prismatic ending here, but not much more. Not much more. I actually think that MACD tapped creatures might actually be good here. I just switch a Thoughtseize for a Prismatic Ending and call it a day. Basically pre-boarded. Had all of our swords in the main. I think that was mostly... I mean, we just beat Ancestral Recall, chat. Black-white creatures beat Ancestral Recall. Turn 1 Ancestral Recall. Easy win. This hand's not very good. I think I'm going to mulligan it. This hand's a lot better. Just put this therapy away and we'll go gaming. All right, they got the turn 1 guide this time. We might just want to Swords this. A Johnny in hand. I feel like we just want to Swords this right away. Plays around days a little bit. Get a basic planes. Maybe we can wait, but I feel like that exposes us to a couple problematic things. Like, I don't know if there's pierces or anything. Maybe it's better. I doubt. All right, they got a Voice of Victory, but I don't play spells on their turn. I wonder if this Strip Mine has any basis in a good play. Probably not. Like if they have a Johnny and 2 unknowns, if they have no more white sources, it's quite good to Strip Mine here, but it's kind of a hard call to make. It's really gambling on our future. Like if they just have a white source and they play in a Johnny, we're too far behind, right? Though if they had a Guide of Souls, I guess we'd be unfathomably far behind, so... that's a reasonable idea. Kind of depends. Johnny... It looks like they didn't have a white source. They didn't have a white source, so we would have gotten the payoff there. We can't really attack. We can buy our Lurrus, though. We have a Lurrus Bobble Loop. It's quite good. Can we attack here? Not really, right? Not really. I mean, we're going to have Lurrus looping soon. And then we're in a decent spot. Then they can't attack with Voice. We're just so far ahead on mana. And it's not like they can counter Lurrus. Wasteland is really broken. Springs. Untapped. It was pretty bad for us to Jordan if we got forced on our Voice, but maybe not. Time Walk would be really bad for us. Looks like it might be Mockingbird, though. Yeah. How does that work? Oh, it can just be in a Johnny. That's pretty good. Mockingbird was like the key to making this blue version work. Just gets enough blue cards into the deck for force. We are really far behind. Oh, they have red permanent, so they can kill our Voice. That is really bad for me. And they can kill our Lurrus too, right? Oh wait, they went dome. They just went dome. So how do we win this game? Do we win this game? Does drawing swords even get us out of it? Doesn't, because there's a voice of victory. So we're just dead. Okay. Well, I can attack at least and see what happens. Well, Lurrus will just get destroyed by a Johnny immediately, and then we'll die on board. Oh, you're right, because they don't have a red permanent right away. No, you're right. I guess this means they just double block my voice, and this attack is kind of bad. But I can replay it, right? So it's not the end of the world. Oh, they're not even double blocking? There's no reason not to double block. Okay, so now I get to make 2 blockers. Oh, these have come in. Yeah. I make 2 blockers and return Bobble. Might be enough. All right, MacD's back. They don't get a red permanent until they attack, so they can't Ajani us immediately. Their Ajani currently is only... And we get a block. Okay, yeah. We're good. We're good, I guess. Oh, they have an Ocelot Pride in their hand. Cool art. I haven't seen that. They drew a land, so now they have a white source to play the Pride if they want. They didn't have a white source before. They have swords. So I get to block, take 4, 6 down to 4, and I die. So if I block here, I take 1, 3, 5, and I die. No, wait. Yeah, exactly lethal. Okay. Yeah, they just flipped and they won the die roll. Or not they won the die roll, but they were on the play there. So try again. It was close. It was close. I still think my swords was correct. But I do think that Jordan might have been right. Maybe we were supposed to strip mine our opponent and use our Lotus Petal. And then just like if they had a force, they had a force. It would mean they wouldn't have a white source. Yeah. Sounds good. All right. I mean, there was really not much about the blue deck version that made it better there. Like, we lost all white cards, didn't we? I mean, there was a Mockingbird, I guess, but I think you're actually better off in the mirror not having Force. I think Force is quite a bad card. I think if they have the ability to board out Force, that they should board out Force. I think it's actively bad. Am I supposed to swords this? Probably, while it's uncounterable. I don't think so, because if you are splashing blue and not playing the black discard, then you're just gonna die. You'll just die. You'll have no interaction and you'll die. And the splash is not easy. Oh, right, they shoot to counter my guy, and their guy flies. Not bad. Pride. And I only get to play one of these cats, so I guess I should just play Pride and MacD. And I still can't get attacked on my turn. And okay. We have Cavern and they don't, right? Yeah, I don't know. I think I would rather be on my deck in this mirror for sure. I also have Cabal Therapy sacks my cat tokens to flip a Johnny, and they don't have that ability. They have to like play a second a Johnny or play a voice a Mockingbird to do it. I think in general, I would rather be on this side of the matchup. I think my opponent's deck is better. Like my opponent is a Force of Will deck. They're clearly a better deck against Vintage, you know, as a whole. This doesn't even deal any damage, does it? Oh, I mean, I care. Like, I put the deck together. I did work to make these decks work. I've gone 4-2 with this style of deck twice in challenges. Like, give me some fucking credit, man. Like, yeah, it's not the most serious deck, but I'm not just sitting here like throwing paste at the wall. Like, I put a lot of thought into these decks. It's hard to make this kind of deck work in Vintage. All right, looks like they bought Lotus. Oh, MacD saves the day. Tapped Black Lotus. They can't play the Lurrus this turn. Oh, MacD is buying us infinite tempo. Oh, this hand is so bad. They should have left back this Voice of Victory so they could block Pride, right? So I couldn't life gain. Like this attack was really, really bad. Like if they had left back this Voice of Victory, I can't even attack with Pride and I can't get tokens. I mean, they don't know about a Johnny though. We have the City's Blessing. Oh, it's good. It's looking good. It's looking real good. All right, put the Voice trigger on the stack and then put the Pride trigger on the stack. Boom! I'm the cat. I'm the cat expert. I know everything about casts. What now, opponent? Play Lurrus, and then what? Play a tap Lotus from your yard? Tapped Lurrus? MacD is locking down the air? This spider, does this look like the face of Mercy? No. Wait, what did they just do? They no, they cast Sink into Stupor on my MacD. So now they can Lurrus Lotus. No, MacD is the true winner. We don't know what Itla does, but MacD. That spider. No. Well, I mean, she's helping. She gave MacD wings, so. Oh, that is quite the card, isn't it? I believe what we deduced, Harmony, is that MacD is Hindi for spider or some approximation of that. So we are assuming that MacD is the spider. That is our assumption. All right, I think we can get in there with everyone because as long as we trigger the voice first, we can fly the pride. Fly a Johnny? Oh, we should just not have attacked with a Johnny. Whatever, man. I should just not have attacked with a Johnny. It's fine. I didn't want to do the math. Oh, you're right. I am not the cat expert because the Johnny would flip post combat or whatever. No, you're right. You're right. I have the red permanence. I can do the thing. Wait. Are they just not going to block the... Okay, they messed up. Their block is not correct either. Now a Johnny just flips. Okay, well, now they're definitely dead. I didn't do the math, but... Okay, well... Our opponent did leave themselves on board lethal here. I've never gotten to do this! A Johnny for 10 to the dome! Pow! Opponent said GG's, Cavern was super good. I agree. Force of Will, not as good as Cavern of Souls. Bam. All right, here we go. 5th and final round before Eternal Weekend. We've got a 3-1 record so far with our cats. We've lost another die roll, which puts us at, what, 1 die roll, 1, 4. But we won the die roll that mattered, the cat's mirror, so. Not, honestly, 3-1 so far with only 1-1 die roll in our non-force deck is not bad. Opponent is on Lurrus, so I'm going to keep this hand. I don't think we're dead to Bowmasters. We certainly don't want to be Bowmastered. Turn 1, Lotus stock up. One of the problems, though, is that thought seizing our opponent would mean we got a scrubland and would mean we get wastelanded, which is not great. Oh, it's PO. All right. My opponent went Lotus stock off Ancestral. That's pretty good. That is not great for me. There's a force in my opponent's hand. Which means this Thoughtseize is getting countered. Our hand, not as good as our previous hands where we were playing turn 1 Cavern guy. They pitched the card we knew about. All right. 2 for 1, baby. Draw 2. Maybe we'll draw. Yes, Mac D. Mac D's nuts. Vexing Bobble. It's good against my flashback therapy. It's good against my Mox Sapphire. I said it in the intro, I think, so. What are we doing here? I guess we need a therapy blind name PO. Or we can just play MacD. I think I'm gonna blind name PO. Paradoxical outcome. Nope. Sword, stock up fourth. Two swords main, huh? That is notably bad for our creature deck. Yeah, it's probably the Mystic Remora list, yes. Yup. Well, I'm glad I didn't MacD. That would have gone poorly. I think we're dead, chat. I think we were dead when our opponent led turn 1 Lotus stock up Ancestral, but we're giving it our best chance. Our opposing artifact decks have been very cruel to us. They've been very mean. I guess I should. I mean, I guess I should. I could have held. I don't know, man. Nothing helps. Everything gets swords. I can't even flash back my therapy because of this vexing bauble. Sad. If I had held my pride or my guide, I could have played pride and guide and gotten a creature token, maybe. He has to swords my MacD, but then I can't even get in on the ground, so. I don't really think Flash would help this card very much. I mean, it wouldn't be bad, but like it kind of, Flash doesn't really go with the whole point of the card of being in play. So your opponent's stick comes into play tapped. Time Walk? Okay, all right. We're dead. All right, so let's bring in Null Rod and Thoughtseize and Mindbreak Trap and Prismatic Ending and Stony Silence, and we'll take out the Urza's Baubles and the Swords of Plowshares, and whoop! We go next. Classic, fun, beautiful Brew. 3-2 finish, losing to PO twice. That's that's been true since PO's been printed, I think. Is this fish? No. Not in my definition of fish, which is the only definition that matters. Will I tell you my definition of fish? No. Won't. All right. I keep. Scrubland Thoughtseize you. Now what? Now what, opponent? Force! All right. 2 for 1. Pearl. That's not good. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, that was a soul ring. Tundra. Well, I am going to cast Voice of Victory. Ooh, straight up resolvers. Now what? Blue, white, stonks. I can jump my guy on the first turn here. Like that. I was never misstepping that probe. I'm saving this for Swords to Plowshares. All right, all my stuff is uncounterable. I assume playing Guide and then Voice is better than playing Guide and then Guide. Let's just do the math real quick. If I play this, I get 1, and then I get 4, and it's not enough for 2. Whereas if I play this on this turn, it's better. Order them correctly, gain some life, jump my guy. Get in there. All right, they're almost dead, and I have a mental misstep. Are they dead, like on this next attack? Boop. Hmm. Well, they had 2 white answers off of their Pearl and Tundra. Okay, I play a Guide. And I play a Johnny, all uncounterable because of our Voice of Victory. And I attack. And I put this on the stack, I put this on the stack, I put these on the stack, I put those on the stack. I gain all these things, I hit yes. I put the counters on this, hit yes. Put the counters on this. Okay, you're gonna kill us. I don't think so. Unless this is like Tolarian Mana Crypt PO. Mox? Tolarian? PO? Okay. Game three. Game three. Game three. Safe. Marked safe. All right, all right, all right. We got to game 3 versus PO after losing the die roll both times. So it's not like these PO matchups were unwinnable either. Like the PO matchups have been close. It was close. All right, here we go. Here we go. Here we go, chat. Here we go, chat. Come on. I'd love to finish this with a 4-1. Make me very happy. Don't call it a comeback. I've been here for years. All right, I got a cat. My opponent also has a cat. I've got a Noron, no Moxen, no 1-drop. No Thoughtseize. Is this a keepable hand? This hand kind of stinks, doesn't it? Well, PO is the only one that's taking games off me. I'm a beast. We have 8 turn 1 Thoughtseize effects and Mind Break Trap. I think I mulligan this hand to something better. That is unfortunate. Probably not going lower, though. Let's get Rajani down. Macadam's nuts. Like, oh, I can't. Every time? Surely not. Oh, no play? Ancestral? No Ancestral? We just Wasteland then, right? Yeah, fair enough. Definitely leading on therapy. Naming stock up. Good name swords. Stock up's better though. No, it was swords and no stock up. All lands. Damn. I didn't put the probe in, no, but you could. Probably could. Cut a Thoughtseize or something. Didn't Lorien revealed for a land, interestingly. By Lurrus. So we have Soul Pride, get swords. I mean, we could therapy. I think it's bad though. Like, I don't actually care about Lurrus. They don't know that. Like, I hope they play Lurrus and I just bounce it. Oh, they didn't go for Lurrus. That's not a good sign. They drew stock up. That's such a good draw on this turn. Oh, that's such a good draw on this turn. But, I mean, we have Voice of Victory into therapy, so we can make it work. And Thoughtseize. Okay, so I will go Caracas, Voice. I guess I can get Forced if they drew Force, so it gets Forced. Pitching Lorien. And then we'll Thoughtseize. And then we'll choose the therapy post-combat. Soul Ring, Portable Hole, Lurrus. I guess we're taking PO and Lurrus. Because if we take Portable Hole, they just play Lurrus and get it back. It's kind of unfortunate. I guess, yeah, I can't really take anything else. I mean, I could take just yeah. I mean, nothing for that deck is not nothing, because they can just rip a Thunder Trap Trainer. But, or stock up or a PO. I took that, and I'll name Lurrus. Alright, so their hand is Soul Ring, Portable Hole. I still have a Lurrus, so, I mean, I'm ahead. Oh, they drew PO off the top? Seems good. They should have played the hole first, I think, to get one more card. They just don't want to use the hole on it. It's pretty good. I guess I'll make them use the hole on this guide. If I can jam the Snow Rod. I think we're going to lose. That top deck was really bad for me. Just gives them action when they were going to be out of action. I think that this deck is unfortunately really bad against trainer.deck. Tapped Portable Hole. Got the guide. 2 cards in hand. Pearl. Not very good. Hardcast negation? Hardcast force. Sure. I can buy this back later if I get to the point where I have a Lurrus. But I just don't know if I'm going to make it to that point. Like, if they just hit a trainer, I die. They just hit another PO. Sure. So now they get to replay the portable hole, hitting the MACD. The MACD's not even good because portable hole's so good. Damn it. All right. Yeah. It's just not good. Portable hole is such a nuts card. This is what I was saying, though. I thought that the Tezzeret version that we played against round 1 would be a better matchup than this one. This matchup just seems like this deck is so strong. It's so good at playing a controlling game. It's like it's actually better than Frog at playing control, I swear. They drew the 4th PO? Or they drew Snapcaster? Or they drew Trainer Kicked? Oh, Lorien, sure. They have 2 Loriens in their deck. Interesting. Bad timing, Wheeler. Bad timing. Oh, this already is PO control. Like, Jeskai PO is PO control. So the question becomes, does playing this make more... whatever, just fucking play it and move on with my life. Hey. Swords. I guess that makes sense. Can they really miss from here, though? Like, not really. Once they find a trainer, we instantly die, right? It's a Flame of Anor? Draw 2, I assume? Yeah. They found no trainers in the first half of their deck, so that was lucky for us. It looks like this will be a 6-mana trainer, though. Yeah. Yeah. Tapped. Stock up. This Jeskai deck looks pretty good. I wonder if anyone's going to play it at Eternal Weekend. Reed Duke only rated it his like 10th best deck in the format, so can't be that good, right? I think if I draw another... If I had drawn like a Stony Silence there, might have been okay. All right. Thoughtseize my opponent. Take their Flame. I think Flame is better than... I mean, Flame and Stock Up both win the game here. I guess maybe I have to take Stock Up. I mean, isn't PO like 7% of the field online with a... Oh my god. with a less than 50% win rate? My opponent decided not even to negate this. They just don't care. Now they just get to negate my Null Rod. I think that's the end of the road for us. MacD and Itla, they tried their best. I just missed an attack for fun. MacD and Itla tried their best. Eternal Weekend is going to be streamed. Honorog is there setting up the cameras as we speak. I assume it will be card_Titan. but I don't know. Yeah, I mean, he got hired out for EW, the best in the biz. Aha, gotcha. You only have another another one in your hand. I think they're being funny. Said oops. Ah, the fourth PO. All right. Give me out. All right. So we went 3 in PO. Damn, that is pretty good. 3 in PO. Not bad. Not bad. This was a good stream. I do think that this package is quite strong. The modern energy package, as it were. And I think that this is just another way you can go about it. You gain some edge against the grindier decks of the format. Like, I think this black-white version is better than the blue-white version against things like mono white or artifacts or the mirror or frog or that kind of those kind of decks. But against combo, like, the not playing Force of Will is really, really bad. And maybe the answer is, like, put a Stony in the main so we have access to it. Maybe this deck probably does want that probe. I'm not actually sure that this deck wants a Vexing Bauble. I kind of think it doesn't want a Vexing Bauble just because of the way this is set up. But I think it's a pretty reasonable first cut of another attempt at this kind of attacking plan. MacD and Nidalee were not bad today, but I don't know if they deserve a slot. Like, cutting these 2 cards and playing, like, the 4th Thoughtseize and a Probe, or playing Probe and 1 Stony Silence might just be a better avenue of attack. Void Mirror sucks. I don't want to play bad cards in my deck. I'm not even playing Vexing Bauble, and Vexing Bauble I actually think is fairly good. So yeah, so this is the end of the stream. This will go up on, I don't know, Friday. If you're watching this on Friday morning when it goes up, make sure you check out the Eternal Weekend Vintage in North America stream. I believe it'll be on Card Titan's Twitch channel. I don't know. I think that's card_Titan, but I'm not 100% sure as of right now. I assume if I do any amount of winning, you'll see me there in the feature match, which would be pretty cool. And my goal is, of course, to win the whole event. So that's what we're aiming for. Not with this Cats deck is probably the likely. But maybe with a different cat deck. Thanks for watching. More vintage gameplay on this YouTube channel every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I'll see you then.